April 26th today, and that's day 23 of my repotting season. I'm home from work now. It's a little bit late in the day, bit of a long day at work. Gave the little update on the apricot tree, flowering like crazy. Just looking real nice. Anyways, it's yeah, a little dark and rainy. It's been kind of cloudy, overcast all day. I want to get my one repotting done for the day, but it's gonna get really cold overnight, actually, going down to -1 Celsius, and with the Humidex feels like -7, so that's pretty frosty. So I think all the trees that are leafing out right now, I'm gonna put into the little cubby in the back and then protect them with the more leafy trees, you know, or rather the conifers, cedars and pines that will help protect the fresh new growth from some of the wind and the frost, hopefully. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get my second to last pine repotted. This is gonna be pine number 15, my only multi-trunk or fused trunk project. Do this relatively quickly, but I'll try and sort out the roots as best as I can. Anyways, I remember I put a bunch of sand in the top of this one to try and, you know, hold it down a little more, but it was a little bit tricky to water it like that because the water ran through the sand very slowly, and I don't think this was ever, you know, quite fully watered all the time, you know. So I'm gonna just get it into good bonsai soil on its own and give it another year of solid growth. Hopefully those trunks will start fusing together this year. I don't think they are yet. I'm not gonna take them apart. I'll just try and, you know, as I repot this, hold the base down here and treat it as one tree, kinda. We'll see what happens. I've never repotted a, you know, fused trunk attempt like this before. First time for everything. All right, quick little spin before I get started. I doubt there's any real kind of fusing happening yet. Again, tiny little white tips on the roots, so not bad. Still, it's, you know, I was kind of lucky. It's been a little colder out the last couple days, kind of halted the growth because I've been working, getting a tiny bit behind on repotting the ones that are perfectly ready, which were so far the pines. After this one, I just have my very large pine, number 17. Looking forward to that one. I want to get it into a much bigger pot and let it grow really strong and hopefully get a bunch of back budding. I was just thinking, actually, I think I'm gonna bring this tree because it'll be freshly repotted, and all of my deciduous trees that are flushing out the ones with fresh green leafy growth. I'll just bring them inside, keep them nice and warm tonight, and I think tomorrow night's gonna get almost as cold as tonight, so yeah, bring them inside, just baby them a little bit more, I think by the end of the week. Fingers crossed. Anyways, that'll be the last of the major freezing temperatures, but you know, it's never really certain until kind of mid-May, really. So yeah, I think if there was any fusing started, it probably will have been kind of disturbed by all of this trauma, but that's okay. It'll be nice if I can get a somewhat decent radial root system started, and then the tree can focus on fusing in the future. I think getting those roots sorted out will help overall with the fusing, but it might just take a little bit longer, that's all. Okay, I'll get this soil pushed off. That soil is much more broken down than other soils. I'll get this washed off and I'll get the pot filled up. Okay, let's see what I can do here. So, I think I can get rid of this thick one past that point. It splits off into two there, so that's a pretty good spot. Splits off into more than two, actually. I think there's 3 roots coming off of there. I think I'll leave them all for now because I'm gonna need to get rid of this part. It's kind of weird up here. Guess I don't really need to get rid of all of it, but I can get rid of all this for now. Below that, get rid of this one that's growing that way. That's okay. This little one's gone. This one I can bring down to here somewhere. It branches off there. Right here. Okay, that's pretty good for over there. This one is very twisty. I can bring it back to those roots up there. Shorter ones, but that's fine. This thicker one grows back in towards the tree here. And it doesn't really have any finer roots at all until down here, so I'm just gonna have to semi Hail Mary cut that. Yeah, that doesn't oops, it doesn't leave a lot of roots on that tree. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Here I'll just get rid of the thick tap root down to, I think I'll cut it here and there. There's a couple of roots coming off that now. And this one I'll just shorten. Maybe I can leave all that, and then I'll just shorten everything else. Tiny bit more. Okay, that's probably way too much, as usual. Oh well. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna really mound up that soil. You don't need to worry too much about root flare yet. Just plant it right in the center, fill it in with soil, and then use the stick to fill in the air gaps a little bit. A little bit more for good luck. And a little bit more than I need. I think that's pretty good. Water. Yeah, so I think that planting angle is a tiny little bit different. I wanted to have the stronger one, more straight up and down. And then this is more of a leaning one. And then this one, you know, almost curves back in towards the center, but yeah, we'll see what happens in the future as it grows and gets pruned and then grows and gets pruned and the trunks fuse together. Several years pass, and you know, it's possible because I cut so many of these roots off that one or more of these trees will die. But if you don't take any risks, nothing exciting ever happens, I think, anyways. So that's how we'll leave it for now. White pine number 15. Now officially a single specimen tree, even though it's 3 trees I'm trying to fuse together. If I was gonna pick a front at the moment, it would be something like this probably. But it's just in a round, deep training pot, fairly small. Hopefully those roots will grow like crazy this year and I can keep training that radial root system in the future. Okay, that's enough for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Cheers.